Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Stats and Chats. I'm Bella, your host.
And I'm Jason, laser focused on making sure that this episode is low-key better than your average 6-7.
Just stop. That didn't even make sense. That didn't even make sense. Okay, bing, bang, boom. Let's get started. Moving away from that.
Skibbity is now in the Cambridge Dictionary.
Actually,
Yes.
there's no way.
Look it up.
You're lying.
Skibbity.
I don't believe you.
Skibbity. Skibbity Rizzler.
No, just. Oh my god.
Excuse me.
That's why. What?
I think because I use it so much.
You don't use it. Sophia uses it. And mommy uses it.
Anyway.
Try and be cool.
Anyway,
She's not.
I'm going to work it into the pod today.
Well, you already did.
I did. That's good.
That's enough
good.
for today.
Yes. Let's catch everybody up.
Hey, that's my line.
Sorry.
Let's catch everybody up. I'll fight you.
Where do you want to go first? What do you want to talk about? First week of school?
No.
No.
I'm moving on from that.
Moving on. You're just in it. You're in it to win it. How about
Sure.
Hoko dressing?
Hoko dressing? Hoko
Dress shopping.
dresses?
Dress shopping.
Yeah, I got my homecoming dress. It's red. It's so cute. But Sophia also got a red one. And they're like the exact same color and material. Just different styles. So I'm kind of mad, actually. I want to go to Macy's to look for a different one.
Dude. That's not
Dude,
happening.
yes.
That's not happening.
I cannot twin with my sister that looks like my twin. That is not okay.
I'm very,
My
very
dress was,
excited.
like, cheap. It was a good deal.
All three of you found one.
Yeah.
First place you went. It
Fire.
was spectacular. So that was exciting. We did some family TikToks.
Yeah.
Silka led the charge.
Yeah.
There's a video out there with There is a video out there of dancing like a chicken. That's strong.
He got pranked.
Did me dirty. But hey, as chicken dancing goes, I think I did pretty well.
You weren't even dancing like a chicken.
Okay. Well, I thought I was.
Of course you did.
So that was fun. That was a fun weekend highlight.
Yeah.
And dude, wrapping up Sunday night, the Bears.
The Bears.
38-0?
38-0.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Are you going to do this the whole time? That's kind of weird. I don't know that anybody's going to want to hear that.
No. It was just funny.
How great did they look, though?
They looked amazing.
They did look amazing.
Amaze-longs.
You know, we, when I say we, I mean I, because I have the responsibility of Monday social posts, posted a video of some Monday social posts. Well, that's it. Of two people dancing after the Bears win on Sunday night. And I fear that people that don't know us think that it's you and I dancing, but it is not.
No.
But I think we should,
I don't look that old.
This got me thinking. We're going to make our predictions next week for the season.
Yeah.
Right? Individually. I think we should bet.
Oh.
I think we should make a bet.
Why do you always have to bet on something?
Because it's fun. And I was
it's
thinking,
fun for you because you have a lot of money.
No, not money. Where I was going is whoever loses has to do that dance on video for a social post.
How about if I win, then you have to take me to Barnes & Noble and have you seen like the videos where it's like a 5-minute, like as much as you can hold, you can get?
No.
Like you get 5 minutes to shop around and then 2 minutes to get books.
No.
If I win, I get that. And if you win, I'll pay you $20.
No. Why is it always got to be about money?
Because I'm not out there to embarrass myself. I still have the rest of my life to live, unlike you.
I'll teach you some dance moves.
You didn't even react to that joke.
I'm not paying attention.
Also, I'm just going to mention, because literally this kind of fits the theme, me and my friends have finally started a girls in sports club at our school.
Is it official?
Yes.
Nice. Congratulations. We talked about that last year. You talked about it last year. That's fantastic.
It is official.
So what does that mean for the listeners out there?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
What is a girls in sports club?
Well, it's a club, and basically people are going to join, obviously, because who wouldn't want to join that? I would want to join that.
And boys join it?
I mean, if they want to support the girlies, sure.
Okay.
Like, that's fine.
Parents?
No, it's for students.
Just trying to be involved.
And basically every week, well, we're not going to meet every week. We're going to meet like once a month or twice a month. Like once a month.
Bi-weekly.
Probably. Bi-weekly or once a month. We're going to like talk about a specific sport that's in season.
Okay.
At our school.
Okay.
And then we're going to get a bunch of people to like go to the games and stuff like that. And so, yeah, we're just going to like highlight specific sports.
I love it.
So, yeah.
I love it. Good job making that happen.
Thank you.
Bringing the community together around sports. That's going to be one of our topics. Can we talk about Taylor Swift's podcast debut?
Yes, King.
All right. So we previewed it last week after it was previewed for us last week. And then I think it was released Wednesday night, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was released Wednesday night. I just want to highlight some stats because that's the name of the show. And then I have a few takeaways, and I think you do too. So
can you do the stats and I do my takeaways?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think my takeaways will be
fire.
Sure.
Yes, I was going to try to slide in Skibbity there, but I don't think that fits. All right. So a few stats for Taylor and the Kelsey brothers. They broke YouTube. It was a record-breaking YouTube episode, peaking at 1.3 million concurrent live stream viewers, which set a record for any podcast on the platform. Over the span of the podcast, they had over 13 million views in total over the first 24 hours. It garnered more than 350 million views of different video clips across Instagram, TikTok, and X. Audience demographics, Spotify data showed a massive increase in new listeners. Not surprising. The 3,000% jump in new listeners and 618% rise in female listenership within the first 24 hours. The podcast YouTube channel added over 400,000 new subscribers, and in the days following the episode release, quickly became the #1 podcast on the Apple Podcast chart. You know, if they keep working at this, they're going to catch us, which I'm really excited about for them because, you know, they seem like some great guys, and obviously Taylor's. Very fun podcast. What were your takeaways? What do you think? How'd it go?
I think it went good, and she's my queen, just like always. I mean, that's like its own takeaways. She's just like what is that word? Like reconfirming?
Yeah,
the fact that she is the ultimate queen.
Okay.
No one can compare.
She
is a diva.
Okay.
That is just a takeaway.
Is that it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have more.
I didn't know.
My takeaways though aren't like statistics based.
No.
They're just like my personal opinions.
Yeah.
It was good because obviously it confirmed her 12th album. Like, yes, please. Bring more. And in doing so, sparking more Easter egg guesses on how we knew this was coming, including one of my personal favorites, which I don't know how this wasn't even talked about before. Every show, Taylor, like on the Eras tour, she left the stage by like going on the thing, like down or whatever, like the escalator or whatever.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. But then in her last show, she exits through an orange door. And the color of the album is orange. Like, how did nobody understand that? How did I not understand that?
I know.
Like, obviously there's symbolism there.
Yes. Yes.
Come on.
Very cool, right?
Yeah, very cool. So that was another one. And then obviously, like, she's just proving that she's in it for the long run with Travis. And like, by doing so, she's low-key getting rid of all of her haters. Like all the NFL haters that are like, oh, you're not supposed to be at football games. Like, why is Taylor Swift at the football game? Like, just shut your mouth. Like, they are together. They are what appears to be happily together. And obviously this isn't some fling. So yeah, she's just like proving to the haters, like, you can shut your mouth.
It's good. It's good. Similar to my takeaways. I'm waiting for Wrigley to pull down all of this equipment right now. All right. So I agree with you. I thought it was fantastic. I powered through all 2 hours. It was a long podcast. I did do it at 1.5 speed. So that moved things along. It's so funny.
Was it all her? I didn't listen to it. Was it all her or
no? It was basically Jason interviewing her and Travis adding his perspective every once in a while.
For the whole 2 hours?
For the whole 2 hours, yeah. Well, for an hour and 50 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Literally. So it was great. I powered through it all over the course of a couple days at 1.5 speed, and I'm pretty sure he's going to pull everything over. All right, let's see. A couple of takeaways for me. One, I agree with you. I thought she was fantastic. All the things, right? Smart, well-spoken, clearly hardworking, which we already knew, engaging, and real. So I thought that was fantastic. Clearly a healthy relationship with Travis and his family, including Jason and Kylie. A lot of respect, a lot of appreciation. So that you could kind of feel that, which I thought was awesome. Some of the miscellaneous things that I just personally liked.
The sourdough?
Yes. So she used the term, I think, huge green flag. And I've heard a lot of huge red flags.
Huge green flag?
Huge green flag. Like,
yeah, like it's
really
good. Yeah.
So
obviously.
Yeah.
Like if I was doing a green flag in Sophia, it would be that she's actually hilarious. Like when she's not trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
But a red flag would be she tries to hurt me all the time. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So love that term. The sourdough passion is real. Love it. Obviously I can relate. Although it sounds like she can actually make it. I just like to eat it and talk about it. And my final piece for two things. One, my prediction right now is that she will not perform at the Super Bowl this year, because there's a lot of conspiracy Easter egg hunters out there that are thinking that's going to happen. I'm here to predict it's not. And the last thing, which she confirmed, is I think the showgirl era is going to be fantastic. The life of a showgirl, I think it's going to rock. A lot of upbeat. I wasn't as much of a fan as the last one, Tortured Poets, as many. But I think from the way she described it, and Travis was excited about it, he just kept saying, it's all bangers. It's all bangers. So I'm here for the bangers. I think it's going to be fantastic. So October 3rd. Are we pre-ordering? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's the Taylor Swift recap.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Let's talk sports.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Quick hits?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
We'll start with the Premier League. Week 1 in the books. Great matches, some interesting results. So some of the highlights: Liverpool kicked things off, had a big win versus Bournemouth on Friday night. Then going into the weekend, Sunderland, who was newly promoted, returning to the Premier League for the first time since the 16-17 season, had an impressive 3-0 victory over West Ham. And then wrapping up the weekend, Man U actually lost Arsenal at home 1-0, which was a big statement win for the Gunners to kick off the season. So that's your Premier League Week 1 highlights. Moving on to golf, PGA Tour BMW Championship. Scheffler, baby. Scheffler, baby. It's all about Scheffler. Came back from 4 shots down to take the victory at the BMW Championship. His comeback included an amazing all over the highlight reels, an 82-foot chip and roll for birdie on the 17th to take a 2-stroke lead going into the final hole. It's his 5th PGA victory of the season. Clinched the number 1 seed for the Tour Championship this weekend at East Lake Country Club in Atlanta. Other tournament finalists include Rory, JJ Spawn, Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood. Missing the final cut for the final tournament of the PGA Championship, Xander Schauffele and Ricky Fowler. So they will not be there, unfortunately for them.
Can I ask
WNBA?
a question?
Yes.
A chip and roll? Is that when they like hit it and it goes up and then it like hits the ground and rolls?
And then rolls.
Okay. That's what I thought. But
did you see the highlight?
No.
Oh, man, it's fantastic. It's crazy. It had a lot of people. I mean, there have been a lot of comparisons between Scheffler and Tiger Woods this year.
Yeah.
Because of how much Scottie's been dominating this year and some of the incredible shots he's made under pressure. This was one. When they talk about the year in review, this is one that will make the highlights. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to see it.
Okay, so WNBA playoff push. The playoff race is getting tighter and tighter. The Lynx have won 6 in a row and have clinched the number 1 seed. The Dream, Liberty, Mercury, and Aces, who are winners of their last 7, are all within 1.5 games of each other and are still battling for seeding. On the other side, the Mystics, Spark, and Storm are all within a half game and battling for the final 2 playoff spots.
Tight.
Yeah.
In the Major League Baseball, the races are heating up. A few of the division highlights. First in the NL Central, my Cubbies are, good thing is they're still in a good spot for the wild card. But the Milwaukee Brewers are on a 15-1 run in their last 16 games, the record of 79-45. They currently have a 9-game lead over the Cubs going into today. In the AL East, the Blue Jays are holding a 5-game lead over the Red Sox, and the Yankees have caught up to the Red Sox. So both are 5 games back. Yankees have won 3 in a row and 7 of their last 10. In the AL West, the Astros maintain a 1.5-game lead over the Mariners after both teams have gone 5-5 over the past 10 games. And in the NL West, the Dodgers and the Padres can't decide who want to win the division either, both going 5-5 over the last 10 games as well. The Dodgers are hanging on to a 2-game lead, at least for now. And then finally, Commissioner Rob Manfred over the weekend on an interview during Sunday Night Baseball did talk about the possibility of expansion and taking the league from 30 to 32 teams once Tampa and the A's get their stadium situation solidified, adding 2 teams and then potentially realigning both leagues to help reduce the amount of travel fatigue from the players that have to go back and forth across the country throughout the season. Those are your quick hits. Boom.
Boom.
All right. You ready to dig into top stories?
Yep.
All right. So we thought, there's a little bit of less news right now. We're about to hit the final playoff stretches and the playoffs for baseball, for WNBA, and obviously the start of college football and the NFL. There's been another story that's kind of been bubbling up over the last few weeks or so, and we thought it'd be a good idea to take a few minutes and talk about it, and that is youth sports and the decline in participation in youth sports across the country. So we pulled some stats, and we're going to give a little bit of perspective around what we think. What's the problem? What's the problem with youth sports and what's going on with youth sports right now? So there's a few things. There is a noted decline in the participation of kids in youth sports. The percentage of children ages 6 through 17 who played sports regularly declined 6% between 2019 and 2022, which is 1.2 million fewer kids. An article in 2024 published by the American Academy of Pediatrics found that 70% of kids are dropping out of organized sports by age 13. And this was largely due to either injury or burnout or overtraining. At the same time, the Aspen Institute and other groups cite rising costs as a potential problem and reason for the decline, with an average of $883 annually spent per child to play an organized sport, which is a 46% increase since 2019. And that, along with more focus on early specialization and overtraining, as a reason for the perceived loss of fun for kids playing sports and parents as well. Some of the additional cost stats that have been noted include high-cost sports, which can cost thousands of dollars annually. Ice hockey is traditionally at the top of the list, but also travel baseball, competitive swimming, and more. And then even some mid-range sports like soccer and basketball can cost over that average of $900 per student per year, per child per year. So what are solutions? We know the stats show that less kids are getting involved in sports and playing sports, right? And they're leaving at an earlier age. So there are a couple of great initiatives out there right now to hopefully address some of the issues, some of the core reasons, and fix it. One is Disney and ESPN collaborating with an initiative called Take Sports Back. They've committed $5 million to a year-long initiative. This was announced in June, that focuses on philanthropy, community outreach, and storytelling, along with specifically focusing on parents and partnering with the Positive Coaching Alliance to create dedicated resources for parents, for coaches, including online courses and assessments like Am I That Sports Parent?
You are not.
Oh, thank you very much. And then there's another initiative just announced from Greg Olson. It's called Greg Olson, formerly of the Miami Hurricanes and Chicago Bears, by the way, called Youth Inc., which is a new media network and digital commerce platform aimed to streamline the youth sports experience. It brings together, they're trying to create a one-stop shop because their perception is it is very difficult for parents and students to find all the resources and tools that they need in order to participate and be successful. So they're trying to centralize information, providing a single source for expert advice, educational content, inspiring and motivating stories, simplifying logistics and commerce to help with purchasing of team merchandise and other gear, and then finally fostering community and guidance, connecting families with insights from real athletes to help them mentor kids and give them a reason, show them hope, inspiration, motivation. So those are a couple of examples. That was a lot of talking. Now it's your turn. From your perspective as a youth athlete, a competitive athlete, what do you think the issues are?
Okay, so I have an interesting opinion. I agree with some of what you said, but I also disagree with some of what you said. So I'm going to explain. I think you said that the average age that kids stop competing in sports is 13.
Well, it's the stat.
Yeah, the stat, the average. I think that it's also school related. Because if you think about it, schools have gotten more and more intense. It's like, take the AP classes, take the ACE classes, you need to get scholarships, you need to get into like high level colleges. And so as that becomes more competitive, I mean, you always hear like school over sports all the time. You're being told it all the time. So I think that focus, especially like 13, that's kind of when you start to like focus on high school. That's when your focus shifts. And I mean, I've seen it with swimmers all the time. They go into high school and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to focus on school. I want to be a doctor. They're not going to, they know that their end goal isn't going to do with that. So why would they spend their time doing that? So I think, like, if you go back into, like, 2016 and stuff like that, like, even farther back than that, there wasn't, I mean, obviously I wasn't in high school at that point, but, like, from what I know, there wasn't the same kind of, like, ace Cambridge classes weren't a thing. Like, that, there wasn't that pressure to be, like, one step ahead all the time. So I think that plays a big role. And I also think that, like, yes, sometimes it isn't fun anymore, but I think that also depends on what sport you do and where you do it.
Okay.
Because, like, for me, if I'm a swimmer and maybe my club isn't the right environment for me,
Right.
and it's not fun anymore,
Right.
well, maybe moving down a group or even moving to a different team, that would allow me to have more flexibility with my schedule.
Sure.
And allow me to just enjoy swimming instead of feeling like it's a constant pressure to perform at my best, you know? So I think that's also, like, a factor when it comes to that. Not necessarily that it's not fun anymore, but that people are almost like, instead of understanding that they like the sport,
Right.
and maybe not the team, it's just like, I don't like the sport anymore.
Okay.
Because, like, in my opinion, you want to do something that you love. Even though I have hard days at swim, it doesn't mean that I don't like swimming. Like, I would pick swim over and over and over again.
Sure.
Because I love the sport.
Yeah.
Even though I don't always love the practicing part.
Right.
I think that's also a factor in the not fun. I think it's become a perception that, like, you have to be at the highest level all the time. And
with the sport or with the school?
in both.
In both. Yeah.
And that's what makes it hard.
Right.
Is you feel like you have to be the best at this and the best at this, and it's a lot. But then I also think, as for the decline in participation, I think there are more careers that are talked about now that weren't 10 years ago. Like, I mean, I'm just going to use Mommy's example that she's always talking about. Like, you could design fireworks for Disney. Like, that's a job.
Right.
Like, just being aware of those now and having more options, maybe you feel like you don't want to participate in a sport because you like art more and you know that there are careers in that. Like, I feel like art especially is something that, like, back then it was like, what are you going to do with this? Like, it's just a hobby, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, now there are, like, so many more jobs that are talked about. So that allows people to be like, I don't want to play a sport. I like art. I like drawing. I want to design. Like,
so other electives.
there are other options
sports.
Besides the basic, like, sports PE.
Got it.
And that's not.
It's really.
Yeah.
I think that's really insightful.
Thank you.
I think that's really insightful. Do you think this could be? I mean, this could be an every week conversation, right? So, do you think some of the initiatives that we talked about, whether it is educating and working with parents, you know, one of the stats that I also read that I didn't cite talked about how, I don't remember, 70 or 80% of umpires and referees felt like the conduct of parents on the sidelines is getting worse. So do you think these initiatives, whether it is Take Sports Back and, you know, partnering with the Positive Coaching Alliance, you know, and working with parents, or Youth Inc., and trying to provide resources, whether it be mentors and motivation or information and logistics, do you think those are they the right prescription for the problem?
Some of them I think could be, if executed properly. Some of them not so much. So I think the ones that deal with talking and educating the parents are going to be the most effective.
Yeah.
Because kids learn from who they are surround themselves with, and you're constantly surrounded by your parents. So if there's an added pressure of parents, or even if it's like the coaches, even, that's something that is adding to the not fun anymore. Allowing there to be a place where parents can self-reflect and figure out maybe what they're doing wrong or what they could do a better job at.
Right.
That's going to allow them to help their kid. Personally, I mean, I don't know exactly what the Disney, ESPN, the Take Sports Back thing is, but it sounds like that's focusing a lot more on reaching out to the kids.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's a lot of parents. It's a lot of
But
the parent piece.
I don't know if like the reaching out to the kids is the idea.
Right.
I don't think that's effective.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the kids can't teach their parents. Kids
Right.
can't teach their coaches.
Right.
So it doesn't do anything. The coach controls the atmosphere
Yes.
of practice of a team. So yes, being more positive and whatever, that might help the atmosphere. But at the end of the day, it's the people who have the most authority, who are more in charge, and they're going to be the ones that control the atmosphere and control the vibe, I guess you could say. So I think while reaching out to the students or the athletes or the children, whatever, while that could help, in the long run, as soon as you're done talking to them, it doesn't really change anything.
Right.
And especially if you're trying to talk to,
because they're not controlling the environment.
Yeah, especially if you're not talking to high schoolers. Like high schoolers, you've learned how to find your voice, you've learned how to communicate. It's
Right.
that. But middle schoolers, elementary schoolers, reaching out to them, that's not gonna do anything.
Right.
So I think focusing on educating coaches and educating parents, that's going to be more effective than just telling the kids like to be more positive.
No, I completely agree with you.
You know.
And I do think that both of these initiatives are first focused on parents and coaches, right?
Yeah.
And organizations, whether directly or indirectly, to try to create more of a community to support youth sports. So no, I think it's great perspective, and I think it's unique perspective because, you've grown up doing it and you've seen some athletes stay and you're competing with the same athletes that you were 10 years ago, and you've seen a lot go, and that's just in your world. I think from a parent point of view, just to kind of wrap it up, at least for now, I think we as parents have made a very conscious decision over the years, several conscious decisions. One, we are always checking in to validate that you want to be doing it, right?
Yeah.
You and your sister want to be doing it because at the end of the day, it's your decision, right? And at the end of the day, it's about you being happy and satisfied and fulfilled. So I think those check-ins are really, really important. I think, some of the work done to create community within the teams that you and your sister have been a part of, I think are also really important in making sure that one way or another, there's time to, for the team to go out to lunch here or have a party, end of season party here and things like that. Hosting quite a few, I think has been really, really important and helps to create that positive environment. I also think it's a big time commitment for the kids. I think that it's important as we talk about teams and organizations that there's also a really clear understanding of how much time is needed from the parents. And that's where the coaches and the organization can really make a huge impact from a planning perspective, from a communication perspective, understanding just how much of a family commitment these sports can be. I think whenever there's a problem, making sure that there's an accurate diagnosis before the prescription is made is really, really important, right? And, I'm hopeful that some of these initiatives, they're just rolling out, so time will tell. But I think the more communication there is with parents and with coaches and teams, I think there's a great possibility of a big impact, because at the end of the day, I think we both and most people believe that there's a lot of positive that comes from kids participating in sports.
Yep.
There you go. All right. Top story number 2.
Yep. So NFL preseason week 2 just finished up. So yeah, these are my takeaways. So QB battles the Giants, Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart. Wilson is expected to start, but Dart is still expected to get playing time and could eventually become starting quarterback during the season. The Colts, Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, who actually came from the Giants, there's still question about which player is more reliable because both have had multiple past injuries, so it just becomes a question of who do you trust more. Saints, Spencer Rattler and Tyler Show, pretty much identical stats. Neither one is standing out very much, just kind of chilling over there, I guess. Browns backup. So far at the Browns, Joe Flacco, is that how you say his name?
Announced the starter today.
Yep. Announced a starter at age 40.
Hey, man.
You know how I feel about
come on.
older people in sports. With Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel?
Dylan Gabriel.
That's an interesting way to spell that.
Yep.
I kind of like it. Shador to follow. This is for preseason week 3, but could change by the start of the season. And as I've said before, I don't think Shador will end up starting, but I do think there is potential that he could move up in standings. And also, I believe they have 6 quarterbacks on that team. What are they doing with 6 quarterbacks?
I think they're going to lock in on 4, which is still a lot.
Yeah.
I think so. Can I interrupt for a second?
Can I finish my...
Yeah. You finish.
Okay. Still have the Steelers left. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So, Aaron Rodgers, we all know how I feel about him, is going to start. I don't think he's going to still be starting in a couple weeks. But then after that, there's Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Skylar Thompson. So, yeah.
There you go. It's good. So, breaking news. Daniel Jones was named the starter in Indy just before we started recording. So, that one's settled. I still find the Browns situation the most intriguing. Shador is still listed as 4th behind.
You just glaze him.
I'm sorry?
I've explained to you what this means in another episode. I remember having the same conversation.
Glazing him?
Yeah.
With the skibbity? I did it. Come on, give me a pound. Here you go. Okay. Give me a pound.
No, it just means you not overestimate, overhype. You overhype him.
I think he's got skills.
I think he's got skills, but
I mean, his performance was better than Dylan Gabriel's last week. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, yeah, I said he could move up, but I don't think he started.
Oh, he's not going to start.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to start. I just want to see who's listed above who when the season starts. Right now, if you put them side by side, their game performances, Sanders was better. It was. So Gabriel had a great first drive. I watched that. But then he threw a pick 6 in the second drive. So he didn't look bad until then, and then that looked bad. And then he made some weird comment to the press during the game about how some people are athletes and some are performers or something like that, which that was bad.
That's interesting.
Anyway.
Can I continue, or do you have more to say?
And can I make one more comment?
Yeah.
The fact that, oh my gosh, Aaron Rodgers has not played a preseason game, and I'm pretty sure isn't going to play this week. So he will not have stepped foot on the field during a preseason game before the season starts is mind-blowing to me.
He's entitled.
He's
so entitled.
Now, this makes no sense to me whatsoever, which means the Steelers are probably going to win the Super Bowl somehow. But I just, it is mind-boggling to me when you're with a new team for the first year, new coach, and I don't care how many years you've been playing, man. Get out there.
Because he is entitled.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like him.
But I think he actually offered to play, and Tomlin held him out. So I don't know. It's like that whole Ted Lasso scene.
Whatever. So
Zava.
Holdouts, so some players still waiting to resolve contract issues. Trey Hendrickson, who is an edge rusher for the Bengals. There have been suggestions that they are not close to an agreement, and the Bengals are expected to be open to trading him. Cameron Hayward, defensive tackle for the Steelers. Seems like they're working on an agreement and expect him to return soon. Terry McLaurin, he was on my fantasy football team for a minute last year. Wide receiver for the Commanders, not participating in the first 4 days of training camp and apparently out with an ankle injury. And then Micah Parsons, an edge rusher for the Cowboys. He wants a new deal, but the owner of the Cowboys has said that they're not really urgent about this situation and doesn't seem like they care very much. So my question for you, yeah, that's right, I got one. So after 2 weeks, is there a team that's impressing you more than you thought they would?
Yes, there is. Can I make a couple comments about those holdouts real quick?
Yeah.
Very quickly. Jerry Jones, I don't understand what he's doing, and I don't understand why, but he's going to lose the owner of the Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys.
But this Micah, yeah, it's just a mess. And then,
hasn't he been the owner of the team for ever?
Yes. Yeah, they're coming out with a documentary, America's Team. Remember?
Oh, wait, yeah.
We talked about that, which I'm excited to see. The Bengals, it's interesting. I have seen story after story about the incompetence of the Bengals front office and Zach Taylor, who's their head coach. Now, Joe Burrow is, and we talked about it last week in the QB rankings, the league rankings where they all vote, and he was tied with Mahomes, even though he has no Super Bowls. So there's a lot of pressure on the Bengals and a lot of pressure on Zach Taylor to do something with arguably the best quarterback in the league at the helm. The perception is that they have not done enough to give him weapons, to protect him, and to build up the defense to win games. Trey Hendrickson is one of the best players, if not the best player on the team, and they are in grave danger of losing him. So it is bewildering to me, the decisions that are being made or not being made with some of these teams. Who's for real? Who's impressed me? I'm going to go with the New York Football Giants. And I'm not a Giants fan. I know some that might be happy to hear me say this. So I'm actually impressed with what the Giants have done so far in the offseason and during the preseason. Just a quick rundown, a memory lane real quick. They finished last year 3-14. 3-14.
That's horrible.
And I was really just assuming that they were just going to keep doing that this year. But listen, they're 2-0, and again, it's preseason, so we're going to take everything with a big old shaker of salt. But they've scored 30 points in their first 2 games. They have 2 QBs that have looked really good, relatively speaking, for the Giants, especially considering where they've been, including their rookie, who's got 291 yards, 2 TDs, and he's going to be the backup, at least to start the season, with a veteran, a grizzled veteran. Different opinions on Russell Wilson, but he's going to be better than what they had. So I am impressed with the New York Football Giants. I think they're going to be much improved this year.
Cool.
That's my answer. What do you got?
So I have 2. The Bears. They had a really, really good performance against the Bills.
Right? Our Super Bowl tickets now.
Against the Bills. And I just think that with the addition of Dan Campbell, he's the new head coach.
Nope. Ben Johnson.
He's the other one for the Lions. I get them confused all the time.
It's okay.
But at least I know their names.
Yes. Yes, you do.
That's a bonus.
It is a bonus.
They just they're both from the Lions. Get jumbled in my brain.
That's right.
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Sorry, wrong person.
No problem.
But I think he's added a lot of weapons to the team, and I think it's going to be really good. So yeah. And then my other team is the Raiders. Listen, they haven't impressed me right now. They've done fine, but they've tied and lost. So they're not doing good. But they got a new coach. So I think they're going to do better this year than they did last year.
I agree with you.
So they haven't impressed me so far, but I think they will impress me in the future.
Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Played last weekend. And he declared that he has arrived. That was his comment to the media after the game.
Oh, of course it was. So poll question. Will Scottie Scheffler win the Tour Championship this weekend? Let us know. What to watch? We have NFL preseason week 3, Thursday through Saturday. U.S. Open qualifiers Monday the 18th, which was yesterday, through Sunday the 7th. MLB Key Series, Brewers at Cubs, Dodgers at Padres, and Red Sox at Yankees. At the WNBA, Phoenix at Vegas, New York at Atlanta, and Indiana at Minnesota. Sorry. My brain is done. The ESPN's new app will launch on Thursday, so make sure to get that, try it out.
It's a big deal. Shout out to our friends.
We'll have our NFL season predictions
and bets. What do you think?
So,
Did we hit a good 6, 7?
Just shut up. So yeah, thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment on YouTube, and Instagram, TikTok, all the things. Threads. I know you like that for some reason.
Oh yeah. I got followers.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Bye.